second nature. Gotta stay pulled up like it's second nature. Keep a chip in my ear like it's second nature. Big make me set like second nature. Said you're gonna do it, yeah, I haven't did it. I'm handling it, handy with it. Think I'ma do it, let that do it. Bang, stick jam like what happened to it. Was it not working, bruv? Why you think I'm lurking, bruv? Creep on him, lean on him. Witnesses eavesdropping, keep popping. They keep bopping like I ain't seen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Ravens are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Texans, who will need to find a way to move the football.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. First and 10 here for Flacco. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
Now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. TJ Logan, the rookie, his first carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Flacco to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watson now to throw. Rolling to his left. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Let's go!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Third down and 12. Watson, off play action. Steps away to his left. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Flush to his right. Looking deep here for Macklin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
From the 50, it's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone, and he is out of bounds here. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now, not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus Williams, the rookie from Utah. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Now Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Flacco here on second down. Flushed out right, and he's going to go down again. The rookie from Michigan State, Malik McDowell, and that'll bring up a third down and very long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Taken in at the 22. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Mike Gillisley, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And Novak's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd down, Flacco now. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. And
he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, Flacco. Buying time to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. In motion goes the tight end. Flacco from the gun. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 2-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Flacco. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now a first down throw, Watson. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Faking the give. Now Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here we go.
Watson on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 8 yards there and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
On first down, it's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
A final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. This is Marshall. Space to maneuver. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Come on, let's go. Next round.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Rock it.
On second down, Flacco to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. In the red zone this time.
Let's go. 38.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. To throw on second is Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the...
Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. To pass, Flacco. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Novak's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Flacco here on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. third down. Flacco from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Switch.
On second down, here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Fuller. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Marshall. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Second down following the run.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. The Texans on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on third down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. In motion is Coates. Second down, Flacco now. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The rookie from Michigan State, Malik McDowell. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Flacco. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And here's Marshall. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And Novak won't get this one. It's no good, wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again, but sooner or later, you just had to know his luck was going to run out.
Airing one out from Macklin, deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Now a carry here for Terrence West. Still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Come on, let's go. Try 38.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They loved